Guys, greetings from Butler, Pennsylvania. I'm on the way to go visit some Mr. Rogers locations, then ending up at GalaxyCon. But I wanted to show you this. This is where that shocking, terrible event is. Today is Thursday. President Trump was shot on Saturday, so it was just a few days ago. It was right over here. Now I'll show you. They've got the entrance blocked off. Normally you'd be able to drive through here. They're actually doing a farm show, and so I'm sure the people that have a reason to go through, like that guy, can go through. But it was, and we're going to drive to the back of it. But here, over here, this is the building where the shooter was, and there's actually people on the roof of it right now. And I saw over here there was some kind of, I would assume, news camera. These bleachers are probably the bleachers from that event because they are leaving right now. So we are actually looking at some of the bleachers that were behind the candidate and former President Trump. So I'll show you over here. I'm trying not to get in any trouble, but they certainly, I don't think, want people hanging around. But this is the building that Matthew Crooks was on, right on the other side of this brown building. We saw it briefly. It's part of this American Glass Company. This is the water tower. I heard about this in the news, and there is a truck over here that is recording, and I don't know who that is or what that is, but there's also a lot of rather official-looking people all parked in over here. And we're gonna turn the corner this way, and I'll show you the back of it. This definitely appears to be a very pro-Trump area. You'll see lots of Trump signs. I saw this one, but I also saw, which I thought was interesting, and maybe we'll pass by it, a sign that said parking for the Trump rally. So that's how recent this event was. So that building was right back there, and we're going to see the back of the three buildings, which you could see behind him as he gave his speech. You also saw the government snipers were on the roof of those buildings. It was those buildings, not those, it's these ones here. So not those, that's the glass factory. It was this. So this is the back of the fairgrounds. So his stage would have been right in front of that middle building there. So if you see those three buildings, so yeah, right here you see a sign, parking Trump. So that's parking for that rally. This shopping center down the street here is called Meridian Crossing, and it's got a little trolley there on the sign. I've had Butler on my list of places I wanted to visit for a while because right near here is a town called Saxonburg. We're on our way to Saxonburg. They filmed an episode of Mr. Rogers there. But Josie Carey is a name very strongly connected to Mr. Rogers. She grew up here in Butler. Her grandmother and her mom ran a hotel. Her father had died when she was very young. And so she grew up in this hotel called the Bowen Hotel, which I couldn't figure out where it was, but it was right here in the town of Butler. And she said she had a wonderful childhood here. And she went on to host a show called The Children's Corner. And there was a man who did the puppets on that show, and it was Fred Rogers. And they were the same puppets that you would see on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And he famously would run behind the scenes to operate all these puppets. And he said when he would do that, he would always have to switch from his dress shoes to his sneakers so you wouldn't hear him running from one hole where he'd pop the puppet out and talk to you to the next hole where maybe Daniel Tiger would be or X the Owl. And so that's where he got in the process of taking his shoes off when he came to work. And then he made that part of his signature when he started the TV show. Now this was shown in an episode of the show. And in the show, they always had the model. So here's the model of the Hotel Saxonburg. And then they would cut to Fred actually there on the street. And there he is. And he's walking by those windows right there, right up those steps. So let's go do the same thing. That was right over here. So what people would check in here, and then he was seated right back this way at a table that would have been over there. And he also showed a restroom at one point. Oh yeah, that's still the restroom. Yeah.
And then the restrooms, we have like the.
All right, so here's the menu. I'm sitting outside. They've got outdoor seating today. That was the owner, and she showed me that whole area, which was pretty nice. So I'm gonna order some food. I'll show you what I get. Let's see, got some specials, got some nice looking lunch. So, and we'll talk about the show afterwards. So
Where you're sitting?
there's Woodrow Wilson and says that he didn't pay.
Yeah, it might
That
come
is
back.
great.
Yeah, it might come.
It's
in
the
better.
old hotel register. Wow, that is something.
Yeah, you can take a walk around.
Yeah, I had taken a look earlier. And why is this like this is like old,
That's
like the
wall,
original
yeah.
wall?
They built it.
Yeah.
This is something 1800s.
So,
That was a neat place. We got to see all the places he went to, except for he did go into the kitchen. Didn't ask if I could see the kitchen, but he went in the kitchen. They actually made him a cheese, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. It apparently was on the menu, and then he just took it home, and put it in the fridge. So he never ate anything here, but he showed kids what it was like to visit a restaurant. Very neat to see a historic restaurant. I was talking to the waitress. She said there's 6 rooms up there, but only 1 bathroom. So it's still a hotel. People stay there, but it's more like a bed and breakfast. Nice little town. All right, our next stop is Columbus, Ohio. I don't think I'm stopping again until then. And I'll show you, we're going to go, I think, to Schmidt's Sausage Ale House. It's a wonderful place. Been there before. I'll show you a little bit of that. Heading through Pittsburgh. That is where the Pittsburgh Pirates play. All right, here is the stadium where the Steelers play. It also featured in the movie The Dark Knight, because they shot, if I remember correctly, they shot this whole scene with Bane and a football stadium. Ooh, they know I'm here. Here we are. Here is a look at downtown Columbus. There's the convention center. Going to be there all weekend. Quite a day. We saw all that neat stuff. Very interesting to go through Butler and to see the Hotel Saxonburg and then Squeezin' and Wheezin', the greatest band ever. We got some brochures, which I am going to be sending these to a couple Patreons. Michael and Jessica and Cheese God, going to get these. If you want to sign up, you can right there. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to put a video right up here that I think you guys are going to absolutely love. It is the first time I went to Schmidt's, and I did an entire video of the whole place. So if you want more Schmidt's, right up here. Otherwise, this is the one that YouTube says is best for you. Do they know you? Maybe they do. There is a first channel and a second channel. This is the second channel, so you want to go check out the first channel if you haven't been there. And I'll see you next time.